So this video is 5 minutes with every founder in our startup, basically just giving the raw thoughts, the raw emotions, how they felt about the week. I don't know what the other two said. I gave them zero script. And basically I just said, go in the room, look at the camera and talk for 5 minutes. We got the timer right here on the screen. So it's just click the button and go, stream of conscience, whatever you want to say.
Yo, what's up? 5 minutes, bro. Let's do it. Come on. All right, where do I start, dude? First things first, getting used to everyone is a challenge. It's a different tempo that we gotta run, especially starting a business like this. You think everything is sweet, and then when you gotta put the pedal to the metal, everything takes time. So I mean, we're reaching out to different people, we're finding different avenues to reach people, but what we've realized is we're on the cutting edge of this. We're on the front of the wave. So positioning it, everyone thinks you want to be on the front of the wave, but what does that really mean? You have to teach people what we're talking about. Because it's such a new technology and what we're doing, a lot of companies send text messages, but not the way that we are going to send them. With the personalization, it completely changes the ballgame, and all of your information is online already. So finding a way to really integrate that and tell these people that they're missing out on revenue, it hasn't been a hard thing, it's just been a thing that isn't very accustomed to, because these people just don't really understand, and reaching them in general and having people actually listen to you, what you're selling, that's the hardest part. So that's kind of where we're at with it. Besides that, Charlotte is absolutely amazing. Beautiful weather, the people here are great, we're right next to the rail trail, there's no better spot than that. The food is wonderful. It just is keeping it on the grindstone, which I think is good, right? We equate it to building a snowball and pushing it down the hill. Before you can build that snowball, you have to collect the snow, and that's kind of what we're doing. We're doing the work that feels like nothing, but in turn it creates momentum. You're kind of casting your universal fishing rod out into the ether, and the more casts you do, you're gonna catch a fish, but you have to stick with it. It's not about giving up. I think entrepreneurship is it's not a fast thing, it's not a jumpy thing, it's about staying in the fight. The longer you stay in the fight, you keep on working, you chip away, and that's where you find the greatness. It's like that awesome meme, insert it, we got it, the little diamond meme, guy walking away with his head held high, and then the guy keep on digging when he's right next to the diamonds. You have to chart your process, you have to trust yourself and know that you have the ability to be flexible, and that's another thing. The ability to be flexible is something that we have. We have to utilize it. Lose quickly. We were on a big call with a medical device rep, completely dominated the industry, was ahead of hundreds of different reps. And his biggest piece of information with us was you have to stick with it. You have to find a way. You have to keep on networking. You have to keep on asking people questions. And as you do that, that tightens up what you're trying to sell, right? It starts in this kind of ethereal, what are we doing? And as you talk, it kind of brings you down to a place where you know it so well, and that's what people want. People want to feel that. It's contagious. And I mean, that's the biggest thing. We talk to all these people and everyone says the same thing to us. They wish it was them. I should have done that, but they didn't. Why didn't they do it? It could be a bunch of different reasons, but taking the risk now is the only thing you can do. The present is the only moment you're operating in. And if you're not living your dream out now, you'll never live your dream out, period, because there's nothing holding you back besides your mind. Your mind controls what you're doing. So it's easy to say that when you made zero money, right? But that's what I've been thinking about, and also just kind of growing in different ways that you're not expecting, right? I think of life, you ask life for a certain thing and it always gives it to you, but never the way you expected, right? It's never an easy path. So you think about your business, you think about your goals. Oh, I wish I was ripped. Oh, I wish I had a girlfriend. And you chart this course, you work so hard at it. And when you kind of step back from that goal, that's when life presents it to you. When you work out all the time, I wish I was him, I wish I was him. But if you just keep on working out, you become the fit person over time. Everything in life isn't given to you. It's cultivated by you with prolonged effort. So really my biggest message is, whatever you're doing, it's not about the short term. You chart the course, keep on going, and that's where the magic happens, because the biggest thing is you gotta learn, and stop doing something, that's the only way to lose. Think of it like a stock market. It's only a loss when you sell. Do not sell. It's the biggest thing. Do not sell. No matter what, keep on buying, and it will go green because your effort. What is there a better bet on? Blackjack? It's you. You are the best bet that you can make in your life. Keep that in mind. Double down, triple down, quadruple down. It will pay dividends for you. You have to win. In blackjack, you can't lose infinite hands in a row. You have to win a hand. So as long as you stay at the table, you can't lose, baby. Timer's up. 5 minutes are up. On to the next, mate. You want me to turn the camera off?
Senna, come here, your turn.
Mate, can I pull you for the chat, mate? Alright, so we're doing our 5-minute talk. Let's start this, John. It's 8:23. On July 31st, we've been in the apartment for the end of 1 month now, and we were just talking about this. If we look back a year from now, like where I was in a year, I was in barracks, and I was prepping for preseason. We were prepping for the season. It's preseason, and looking back on that year, that first month felt so short. Big term, but when you're in it, it's like, what the heck? This is so long. Everything's going crazy, and that's kind of how this first month has felt. It's been like non-stop, go, 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 go. We built a product before, now we're building the business, and that's super, super important that we do that. But it's definitely been tiring, and I'm just tired right now this time of day. Like this week, it's been tiring. But the startup culture is so much fun and it's rewarding, but what you see on social media is not all what it is, even for us, because you just naturally want to post the most glamorous things, the most interesting things, but the silence is what people don't talk about. Like, I posted a video like this where I was like, the silence is what nobody talks about, and the caption was saying, a no is fine, obviously a yes is what we want, but a no is learning. It's data. We can go from it. It didn't work out. We'll do this instead. But the silence is tough, man. People that ghost you, they schedule a meeting and don't show up, and it's like, well, is it me? Is it them? Do I reach out? Like, that's really where things go hard, as well as like all the just momentum that you try and push into the world, and then nothing comes back. Like, sometimes it's so much better to hear a no from someone, because you know, okay, either I can handle this objection and it's not really a no, or you just move on, and that's where you're at. So that's definitely a theme that I think I'm noticing. Silence is what nobody talks about, and the hardest part with entrepreneurship and starting something and building something that's your own. On a different note, living in Charlotte has been amazing. We met a lot of cool people already. It's just so easy to walk around where we're at. We're in the South End, so like here's the city. We're like right on the outside of downtown on the south side, and there's so many young people here. There's so many people out working out. Like, I'm going to run at like 6 in the morning, and there's so many people, and that's a nice change of scenery from being in Lexington, Virginia, where there's like nobody. Still miss the Chessie Trail though. Shout out Chessie Trail. And just being in Charlotte's just bringing us so much energy. We've kind of like set this arbitrary rule that like we can't really leave our apartment and go do things and almost enjoy life, just because like we haven't really like had enough success that we want to have. And sometimes I think that's good, sometimes I think it's bad, because then those things that can actually be a positive outlet that give us more energy, we might not be doing, and just kind of like running our heads into the wall, working. But the general theme with everything that's been going on this past month is like any momentum is positive momentum. And when we build enough of that up, things just start to break. We talk to enough people and give enough pitches, like someone will be interested, someone will close, someone will want to do it. You'll work connections, you'll learn how to pitch yourself better, you'll learn what do people really want, you start thinking through your product. So that's where we're at. It's like we've been building this snowball and we're ready to drop it off the cliff and just start moving. Yeah, I think what's been really challenging. Probably the most challenging thing is the three of us just becoming a killer team. Communication is key to everything, and like in our meeting this morning, this afternoon, we have some miscommunication things, which continues to happen between all three of us in different ways, and making sure that we don't hold back our language, like we spoke about once before, is so important. And by language, I mean like thoughts. It's like there's sometimes those lingering things that are like, oh, maybe I should have said that. And being completely transparent, open, and honest is going to build a very good foundation for business we do 10, 20 years from now, within the first month of us being really together. So if I got 2 words, more momentum. And there's our timer. Shout out Blanford for this shirt. Maybe Lululemon tech.
All right, my turn. So 5 minutes, basically. So I don't know what the other guys said, but what I'm gonna do is go day by day throughout the week, kind of what I've been doing, and then kind of the highs and lows throughout the week. So Monday, Tuesday was kind of a lot of outreach, a lot of LinkedIn outreach, a lot of cold calls, a lot of cold emails. And we have our level 10s on Mondays. And we kind of had a session where we were like, hey, certain things are working great in terms of our outreach, certain things are working bad. You know, our meta ads we're doing, I don't think we had meta ads set up then, but we had it like almost ready to go. So Monday was like, all right, get the last set of meta ads up and then put them out, get them filmed and then put them out. And then it was also, you know, figure out our ad strategy for LinkedIn, for Facebook, for everything that we're going to be pushing ads through. And then in that day, we also talked about Terry, and that there was a part of Terry that was broken. I used to have it just running completely on my computer, and the files would go through our SharePoint, and that just did not work out. There was something wrong with the connection to Anthropic, so we had to cut that out and said, okay, now I need to redesign it. So then from Tuesday to literally today, basically all day for like 15, 16 hours, straight Terry work, straight working with Claude, and I basically created an API for basically upgraded Terry to the next level that will, it's closer to what the final product needs to be. And then, so the week has been like, wake up, work from 8 to, I would go from like 8 to 7, and then from like 7 to 8, 7 to 9, just chill a little bit, and then from like 9 to 2, just go. And I've been trying to get this Terry out as quickly as possible. I mean, it's been simple work, but it's been a lot of the simple work. So it's like, instead of, you know, one really, really complex problem, it's like 1,000 very simple problems, but they each take time, and you have to think about them for a little bit, and then you can go on and fix them. And then, yeah, so the highs have been like, honestly, just the progress that I've been making with that, but then also the conversations I've been having with Adam and Gavin, where we will go into a meeting and start talking about something really deeply, and then it almost turns into like an argument, not an argument, but like a slower type of communication that's not necessarily going to push us forward, and it just takes a little bit more time than it needs to be. So we're still trying to figure out, okay, how do we talk to each other? How do we communicate to each other? What are the certain pits that we fall into? And that's the thing, like, we've been working on this business for 4 months now, but really we've only been working on it fully for 2 weeks. This is the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks that we've all been together in one spot. And it's like learning how we all kind of work together, learning about the different personalities that we have and how they work together. And like, Adam and I live together, obviously, and we were doing the business while we were at school at VMI, but it wasn't full time and it wasn't fully in it 100% every single day. But now it is, and we're actually really quickly understanding the tendencies that each person has, especially when they communicate, especially when they share ideas. Adam and Gavin are more similar than I am in the terms of like, they'll continue to just go action first. I'm more think about it, measure 3 or 4 times before you even cut it once, before you even think about cutting it. Before you even like, do we need to cut it? You know, those questions. So that's definitely been a big thing this week. And then the conversations we've had this week are also been so great. We've talked to a few individuals who are really high up in the companies that they're in, and they give us some great advice about how we should pick our specific niche, how to think about, you know, our business as a whole, rather than just saying like, this is one problem we're going to solve today. How can we think about it? This is the problems we're going to solve for the next 5 years. And designing and building the foundation for that 5-year picture. The connections that we've been able to build from Rum Club, just from meeting people randomly. We actually ran into one guy who literally knew us, which was crazy. He knew us from FSD Project. We ran into him at a spot downtown, and he was like, yo, are you guys the guys from Instagram? We're like, yeah, that's us. It was a crazy moment. Shout out Peter. But yeah, that was a big moment as well, because it was the first time that somebody actually saw us from the content and like in real life, which was crazy. But back to what I was saying is the people that we're meeting so many people very quickly, and it's only going to compound, because as soon as you meet one person, they know a few more, and by 3 weeks we already know 20 people in the city that are really pulling for us. And then I can't imagine what it's going to be like in 10 weeks or in 15 weeks, 6 months. Another thing that kind of startup life has showed me is that we decide every single moment of our day, but we're also working 3 times as much as a normal job, because it's not just from 9 to 5. It's not from 9 to 10 or 9. It's not a 10, 12-hour day. It's literally all day that we're thinking about this business. I wake up and I go to the gym. I'm thinking about the business. I'm thinking about how we can create better products, how we can create better solutions for our clients, how do we service the current clients we have, what kind of ads we could make using gym stuff. I mean, it's all the time, all day. But unlike a normal job, you get to do every facet. So I wake up and I get to film ads, and then I have to review contracts, and then I have to do budgeting, and then I have to raise a bit of money, and I have to service clients. I mean, it's like you get to do every single thing, whereas like if you're at one job, which I have never worked a 9 to 5, I had internships, but you're like in this one specific niche a lot, and you're doing very similar things throughout your task, whereas throughout your job has very specific things, where for us, I could wake up and if I think that raising money is the best thing we need to do today, that's what I'm gonna run at. If I think we need to film 100 ads, that's what I'm gonna run at. That's what makes it fun, and that's what allows us to work a lot longer and a lot more, because if I had to film 6 hours of ads in one day, boom, I filmed 6 hours of ads, what's the next thing I could do? So yeah, kind of a different video this week, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I think that's, honestly, we just decided not to really film too much just because we were working so hard. It also just wasn't conducive. Like, lifestyle is kind of boring if you were to watch it. A lot of it is just like me sitting at the desk. Gavin and Adam, they work by the pool and stuff, but for me, it's a lot of just chill vibes. That's not really fun to watch. Maybe we could explain to the camera what we're doing and talk about it, but it's sometimes boring and people wouldn't watch that, so it's more for us. So I think this 5 minutes is fun, it's simple, it's easy, it's so easy to edit. So yeah, I think next week will be more typical video where we're doing stuff or vlogging a bit more, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. So yeah, thanks for watching.